The Central Association of Nigerians in the UK, CANUC, is at it again as it presents its Disability Fun Day on Saturday, July 2nd, 2016 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Venue is the Laubenham Court, 1 Barstow Crescent, Palace Road, London, SW2 3NS. This free event will feature empowerment, workshop, parent networking, talent showcase, live DJ, and of course, dance and so much more. For details, do contact Dr. Ife Akitunde on +44 781 773 4663 or Mr. Godwin Forson on +44 774 540 8927. Oh yes, the CANUC Disability Fun Day is a free event, free food, free drinks. Disabled people, volunteers, sponsors and donors are warmly welcome. The CANUC Disability Fun Day 2016. Remember the date, Saturday, July 2nd, 2016, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The CANUC Disability Fun Day. Help someone.
So how we know?
Hi, welcome to another Friday afternoon session. This time around we're going to talk about a business opportunity either here or on the African continent, across the Caribbean. And what are we going to be talking about? Well, we're talking about telecom. We're talking about the financial benefit around new technology. And this time around in the studio with me is Mr. Jonathan James, who is the CEO of Bibitel, an international and global company that is bringing something new into the world of telecommunication business aspect, and something that we believe may be in a position to create jobs opportunities across the African continent, across Nigeria. Nigeria has more than 100 million people with mobile phones and many other places. But the most important thing is the features that he believes this technology has for the diaspora and for people back home, utilizing the same opportunity to be able to send money home, and of course use the same technology to make good, cheaper, affordable international calls back to loved one across the world. So as I said, in the studio is Mr. Jonathan James, the COO of Bibitel. You're welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me back again.
Yeah. Now, of course, when we look at the global world, telecommunication has become one of the major ingredients that people have no choice than to use it either for social networking. Absolutely. Or money transfer and using the SMS facility and all that. Okay. And especially within the African community, home is now close by. Okay. All you have to do is pick your mobile phone and then you dial. What brought your idea into the market? What is the driving force behind this new technology, even before we know about this new technology?
Excellent question. I think first and foremost, obviously everyone, as you've said, needs to have a affordable, reliable service to be able to call back home. I'm kind of ex-Vodafone before I joined Bibitel, dare I say that. And one of the things we were always taught and emphasized is the criticality around the ability to make a call, connect a call, have call quality every time. Let's give you a quick scenario. So imagine you're calling your mother or your child who's in trouble, or dare I say, maybe passing of last few moments. The ability to make that call, the ability to connect, the ability to afford to make that call is critical. That may be the last time you hear their voice. And therefore we treat it really in a really important way that people would have access to these kind of services in an affordable manner. Secondly, the money remittance side is really important. There's 20 billion just going on an annual basis into Nigeria alone. And some countries rely almost exclusively on inward remittances from families from around the world. And again, it can be quite cost prohibitive, depending on which users and what organizations they use. So the other driver for us is that how can we make that more accessible, more efficient, cheaper, and for them from their home having to go out in the rain and queue up and make calls, etc., or to send money. From our perspective, we wanted to minimise the time spent on that and make it a really efficient service for them. So they were the two drivers for us. How can we save customers money on two essential things: sending money, financial transactions, and also calls. Everyone needs to be in connection with family.
And that's right. Now, but of course, everybody needs to be, well, have the ability to make decent phone call.
Absolutely.
And at an affordable rate.
Absolutely.
But then comparing that in the market, the telecommunication market actually have various methods of being able to make calls.
Indeed.
What differentiates this from the other ones already in the market?
Yeah, great question. I think first and foremost, let's think about the recipient of the call. We all know there's WhatsApp, there's Skype, there's all these other mediums and what one can use to connect with somebody and have a sensible conversation. And again, without saying anything denigrating or negative about the other excellent services that are out there, think about the recipient. The recipient may be in a rural area, they may not have any connectivity from a data point of view, they may not even have a smartphone. More than likely in the rural areas, they will have a normal 1G, 2G feature phone.
Okay.
So the first unique thing about us is that our service, both in terms of the calling aspects as well as the money remittance size, works on very standard phones. So a normal feature phone it can work on. So for the recipient, it obviates the need for them to have data. They don't need data. It works on a simple SMS basis. And you know, in the rural areas, you'll sometimes have a slither of connectivity from a SMS perspective, where you may not be able to have make a full-blown call. So that's quite important, that they have the ability to receive it wherever they are in the rural areas. The second thing, the ability to also send money from wherever they are and receive money in the same way without having to have a smartphone or an app or access to the internet. And we do know it's not quite ubiquitous yet over Africa. So we empower everyone, regardless of the device, regardless of what network they're on, and without changing any of their habits, which is a wonderful thing as well. So a lot of people may not be tech savvy and may not be able to know how to download apps or make a Skype call. Where they know how to make a mobile call. And our menu for the money remittance side is pretty straightforward. So really simple way to use it without changing their habits, if that makes sense.
But talking of that, now you mentioned the rural community, and how easy would this product be available over there? Because, I mean, they have to physically actually receive it.
From the money remittance side, remember, if we back up a little bit, there are three elements to this product.
Okay.
So on our wafer-thin membrane, this SIM skin, which we'll demonstrate in a moment, and we can show how easy it is to install, how easy to make a call, how easy it is to send money. But there are three elements to it. So the first element is one of the most important things, the ability to connect with a tier 1 quality call. So not compromising the quality of the call, no crackling, no issues with that. So it's the low-cost international call element. That's the first piece. The second piece is the ability to roam, and we know how much a lot of network operators charge people for roaming. Usurious amounts of money if they go, depending on which country they're in. With our technology, it has bedded into the SIM skin the ability to actually travel into 200 countries for free without having to pay the exorbitant fees for roaming. And the third element obviously is the really, really interesting piece, which is the Western Union in 6 seconds. So the ability to send money anywhere in the world to any mobile device securely within 6 seconds. So all of that packaged together is incredibly unique. The ability to do that on any phone, that anyone can use it and have a good user experience at the rates and costs that we're applying makes it kind of a no-brainer, if you don't mind me saying that.
Now, of course, you mentioned the ability to send money within 6 seconds.
Correct.
6 seconds, as in, is the money from your own credit on your phone, or credit from by having a top-up already in the phone, which is separate from your airtime cost? Okay,
great. Excellent question. Now, I know you use the product. You're enjoying the benefits of using the product, and hence why you're asking me intelligent questions. Really good. First and foremost, it is a prepaid service. It operates on a wallet. The wallet sits, and the SIM skin sits on top of your existing hard SIM. So if you're with any of the big networks, it doesn't interfere at all with your bundle minutes. It doesn't interfere with your contract. All you need to do is, once you've installed, and we'll show you how to do that in a minute, top up online, top up at any of the 28,000 pay point locations around the country, obviously call our office or organisation, and they'll be able to top up for you. So it is a prepaid service first and foremost.
Right.
So it doesn't mess with any of your existing contractual arrangements with your current provider.
Okay.
Once it's topped up to whatever amount you want to top up, you're at liberty to send that credit as phone credit or send it as hard cash, which we're also going to show in a few moments. Hopefully we'll have a caller from Nigeria or somewhere, and we can actually send, within 6 seconds, some real money to them on their phone securely.
Now, as much as you said, having the ability to send the money, with the currency now, because we're in the UK right now, and our currency is pound sterling, for example.
Indeed.
If I send money to Nigeria, would they be able to cash the money in Naira, or would that be in pound sterling? And who determine the market exchange rate?
Yes, a very interesting question. The wonderful thing I love about this technology, and the CEO, Suraj Jessa, and team that were the thought originators of the technology, really thought about the best use and application of this technology. And to answer your question, one of the things we love, wherever we send the remittance, the beneficiary receives that in local currency.
Okay.
So if we send pounds here, we enter we'll demonstrate it in a moment, but we send pounds from here, because obviously we're in this country, it arrives within 5-6 seconds, could be even faster, depending on the
or
network.
longer, because it's sending it to Africa.
Well, yes, indeed. Obviously too. But on the assumption that their network is fine and they've got some connectivity, they'll receive it in 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But they will, which will demonstrate, they will receive that in Naira, so which is phenomenal.
Great.
Or Ghana CDs, or whatever the currency is in Zimbabwe right now, which is dollars, obviously, or rand in South Africa.
Wow. Well, we're talking about new technology in terms of something called SIMSkin.
SIMSkin, yeah. Bibitel SIMSkin.
Good. And of course, those who are watching across the African continent, especially in Nigeria, the most populous black nation in the world, and the #1 African economy giant nation. If you're watching and you may have the opportunity of securing yourself 1,000 Naira or 2,000 Naira, let's see how this technology actually works, because until when you phone in, the phone number is +44 208 808 0693. Well, you might actually be watching here in the UK as well, and decided that you actually want, you can give them money here,
indeed,
can't you?
Indeed.
And you want the gifts here, or the test here. You can still call in to find out more. When you look at this technology, as I said, because we have variety of things in the market, and the main corporate one that people are already aware of. But nevertheless, even in terms of that, there is a situation whereby the diaspora now are looking for a cheaper option of sending money back home, and even some of the government institutions here as well are doing a research on that in order to reduce the burden, sending money and then having excessive charge. Who determine if there's a charge on these services?
Say that one more time.
Who decide if there's a charge on this, or based on what you have, you just click and you send? Yeah.
Remember, there's still two elements, two primary elements. There's the international calling aspect, which obviously is bedded into the SIMSkin, but also the international remittance side. So let me answer that in both sides. From a international calling perspective, we determine the rate. And our desire is to give back to communities, to empower the diaspora that's here, to make it cheaper for them to make those calls, quite considerably cheaper. So on average, we're 50%, most cases 80, 90%, in some cases 300% cheaper than, depending on which country, which particular destination, than some of the big MNOs, Vodafone, O2, 3, etc., etc. And for example, our rate to Nigeria, and I know we're global, anyone can connect anywhere in the world, we're 1.9p to Nigeria per minute. So against the lowest, cheapest service providers such as Tesco, Leica, Labara, we're still 50% or 90% in some cases cheaper than those players. But against the big brands that everyone knows of, in some cases we're 300% cheaper. So that's really important. We set that rate, and that we'll continue to provide first-class service, quality call, it's not compromised in any way, at a much cheaper rate. On the international remittance side now, which is really important, because You may have heard of M-Pesa, for example, in Kenya, and the roaring success that they have had over the last 5 years. They do 1 million transactions a day domestically, in terms of domestic payments, person-to-person payments, person-to-merchant, etc. For the international piece, so money being sent from the diaspora around the world to a beneficiary in country, we will determine that rate in collaboration with the bank. So we want to make it a real positive kind of cutting-edge term, disruptive. So we want it to be much cheaper, significantly cheaper, maybe 0.5%, 1%. Some of the other names that I could allude to charge anything. In fact, in Kenya, for example, is average transactions about $25, and there will be a charge of anything between 4 to 12% on that amount. So that can be quite expensive for somebody doing small value transactions. We want to bring the rate right down considerably, that they can send £2, £5, £10 because the daughter's in trouble and standing outside the shop and needs to buy something. You know, we want to make sure that those who are in the lower bracket income-wise, lower value transactions can also use this technology and it be viable for them to do so. So 0.5%, you may fix a particular fee, not from the percentile perspective, but a particular amount. Okay.
Well, I have a caller from Cherizo from Port Harcourt, Nigeria.
Oh, wow.
Hello. Hi.
I'm calling.
Are you with us here?
Nigeria. Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, hi. Welcome to the program.
Okay, thank you very much. I just heard about the product from a family member.
Okay.
How I the sweetheart to be won. I hope I'm the winner.
Well, let's find out. I hope they can pass your phone number. Yes, okay, I think I'm getting the phone number here. Right, let's see if Jonathan would be able to send you something. Is the phone with you?
Okay, yes, I'm calling you the phone.
Okay, so hold it. Let's see if you'll be able to. I have the number here from the studio. Let's see, yeah. So don't call your number on the air.
Okay.
Right.
So,
just hold on.
Okay, she's going to make sure. In the meantime, whilst you're getting hold of your phone, let's show what the technology looks like. So if you can zoom in on Mr. Cameraman, we have a wafer-thin membrane here. You can see that. Perfectly engineered.
Yes.
There are recesses and crevices in there, if you can see that, that you just simply take your hard SIM out, which everyone knows how to do that, and just slot it in a crevice. It locks. You peel off this little sticker here on the back, which has the adhesive aspect of it. That's it.
But you don't need to activate it now, do you?
No, 1 second. And literally, as it's there, it takes less than 30 seconds. You just lay it on top, and that's it. It takes less than 30 seconds to do that. You pull it back out and pop it back into your phone as normal, and you're good to go.
That's it.
No app to download. Depending on which phone you've got, if you've got an Android, a little icon will appear, but it's not an app. Okay, so you just literally pop that and you're good to go. One-time registration number on the back of the card,
right?
That you would call, and you've got every person has a unique Bibi number and a unique PIN. So if you lose the phone, you don't lose the money, you don't lose the phone credit, which is another wonderful thing, a bit like a debit card. Okay, is that if the call is still here?
Yes.
Let's now demonstrate the other side, which is the international remittance side. 1 second.
Please, when you receive the money, let's know how much it is. You can do. You can.
Okay.
Money instantly.
Yes, it should be.
Okay. So once you put the SIM skin in, I've demonstrated how simple that is, and then you've got the ability to make a call. You have the ability to send money. You have the ability to look at other services. I'm currently on the Vodafone network just to prove that it works on your existing network.
Right.
No need to change anything. So I'm going to go to Bibi Money for a second because we have the call on.
Yeah.
So you have the ability to send money, withdraw money, pay a bill, so a regular bill payment, or pay a merchant. So if you're in a shop or you've a trade on the side of the road, and this is one of the things we're really passionate about, it's empowering those people that have been excluded.
Who have the technology.
Who, as a result of giving them technology, are now included and can trade and enhance their lives significantly as a result of this technology. So that's where our passion is, especially for Asia and Africa and developing countries. So can you imagine you've got a trader there, You're buying bananas, you're buying a wonderful crafted...
I don't want their credit to finish in Nigeria.
Oh, yes, sorry, ma'am. Okay, let me quickly send the money. So, this lady's abroad. It asks for a unique PIN. The whole world's going to see my PIN.
Oh, you can always change your PIN, right?
Yes, I will change my PIN. It's going to ask for the recipient's number. So, may I take your number, please,
Yes,
ma'am?
I think the studio has passed the number to us.
So we can do plus plus,
plus,
but I'm going to just do 234.
Yeah.
8033.
Yeah, so don't mention the number.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He can see that.
Yes.
It's showing it. So 278. Okay, sorry, ma'am. We had to reveal your number. So it's asked for the recipient's number. I just want to confirm that's 110% correct, because I don't want somebody else to receive the money.
Don't pick the number.
Okay, great. So it's asking me to confirm that.
Yeah.
Now it's asking me how much I want to send in English money.
Right, it's £5, £100,
I'm going to
£10,000.
send a bit more than that. Okay. So I've chosen an amount to send. It's now asking me, as you can see here, do I want to send to that number?
Yeah.
How much I want to send.
Okay.
You can see that, and I'll accept. Okay, so whilst this is going through, it takes 5 seconds. Let me quickly explain what's happening. It checks my mobile wallet to make sure I have sufficient credit.
Right.
It checks the mobile number to see two things: which country it's in, does it have an account with us, and is the number live?
Right. Right.
Once it's confirmed all those things, if it doesn't have an account with us, or the number's not registered with us, it creates a mobile wallet for the recipient ahead of them receiving the money.
Okay.
And then it asks again, do I want to send? I say yes, and that's it. So if I go to, ma'am, you're in where?
Nigeria, Port Harcourt?
Okay, so I've already got it. So confirmation's here, sent to her number. It confirms my balance. Can you see this text here? So I've received...
You don't need to zoom in. Have you received any alert?
No.
Sorry?
Hello, yes, I just got an alert now.
Okay.
Good, you received it.
I got 3,217 naira 50 kobo.
There you go.
Wow.
So it works. So you
Congratulations.
received over 3,000 naira, and it happened within a matter of seconds.
That was very fast.
Excellent. Now you're going to ask me, what do I do with that money? That's what you're going to ask next.
Yes, how will she get the cash?
Excellent. Okay, so thank you, technical team. They didn't let us down. It works every time. We have over 30,000 customers in the UK already. So it's great that it's worked in Nigeria. Now, we have just signed a number of banks
Okay.
agreements, and we're in extensive conversations with about 16 banks throughout the main sub-Saharan and Western African countries. We're looking at the Caribbean. Obviously, we're looking at Asia.
I want her to know what she needs to do. So
Specifically?
That, yeah,
okay.
so that her credit don't...
Okay, no problem. So right this very second, it's happening imminently. We're just putting agreements together to select the partners in Nigeria. We're talking to all the major banks, 17 actually out of the top 22 banks. We have partners already there, technical partners that we're working with, who are talking to those banks. Within a matter of weeks, without setting an overly ambitious objective in terms of timing, you'll be able to go to a bank. The message would tell you go to this particular bank,
and collect.
whatever bank it is, show this number, and you'll be able to cash out however much it is you want. And this is the beauty about a wallet. It's like a virtual bank account. Like a Western Union, you have to cash out 100% of what you've received. Whereas with ours, you may just want, out of that £100 I've sent or £10 I've sent, I mainly want £50.
Yeah.
And the rest stays on your wallet.
Okay.
So it's a one-time
registration.
A one-time registration. But they can keep the money on the phone and only take out what it is they need when they need it, or pay a merchant for goods and services. So you've seen that it works?
Yep.
Which is great.
Right. Thank you very much, Madam. I guess our office will probably give you a little bit more call to explain anything further. So thank you for calling in. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're more than welcome.
Right.
Okay.
Right. Now, you know, when you're talking about the banks, and you still probably, because in order to cover Africa, you definitely need more avenues.
Yes.
And I would want to believe that the company is working in reaching out to as many.
It's absolutely important this service can reach people in the rural areas. So, for example, in Ghana, we signed an agreement initial agreement with a rural bank that has 141 banks, not branches, banks in Ghana. We're talking to Congo, we're talking to banks in Tanzania, we're talking to banks obviously in Ghana, in Nigeria, and we want to cover South Africa as well, so we're looking to cover as much of Africa as we can, up to 45 different countries we want to provide this service in. Effectively, that's what we're looking to do.
Fine. Well, we're still talking about telecommunication, finance, and economic gain. And of course, by and large, when you're talking about telecommunication, then hopefully you're talking about creating jobs. Reason why, when you look at the African telecom industry, especially using Nigeria as a template, where you have more than 100 people who have mobile phone in the country, then you know that surely enough there's a lot of jobs that have been created for people selling top-up credits, as we called it. And so almost every corner, even the security guard are in the business of selling top-up in Nigeria. So it has given an opportunity to create more jobs within that telecom industry. And the giant in Nigeria, for example, Glo and MTN, they're all there, Airtel, they are there creating this opportunity. Absolutely. And so one needs to see what more can one gain by associating with Bibitel products.
Okay, a fantastic question. First and foremost, through either an agent network, a bank, we want to cover the countries ubiquitously, and as I mentioned earlier, so anyone, anywhere can have the ability to send and receive money and make payments in country. Okay.
Let me, because I'm being careful when I see callers, and I don't know if they call them from Nigeria or somewhere else. Hello, Steve. Are you called? Hi, Steve.
I'm calling from Nigeria.
Yeah. So these people have sent that numbers before we went live. Hi, Steve. You're welcome to the program. So I don't know why. Of course, I guess it's because of the money that we're talking about. Somebody's lucky to win, so the Nigerian callers are activating their numbers today. Hi. So let's see if you're able to get if you'll be able to be one of the lucky person. I think we've got your number. So let's see if Mr. James will be able to send you something. So you just hold.
I would need his number. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I would need his number. Would he mind?
Okay. Yes, I think they've sent me his number.
Okay, if you can give that to me. So again, same as before, just to prove how simple it is and how easy it is and how quick it is, we click on Bibi Money. I'd like to quickly also later on, if we have time, demonstrate how simple it is to make a call, because you dial as normal, you dial from your contacts, there's no need to change any of your normal calling habits. It's quite an important point. And then obviously to come back to answer the question about the opportunities for those in the various countries.
Yeah.
So I'm going to click send money. Do you have it?
I need bigger money. Okay.
Okay.
So that's the bottom number.
Okay.
2, 3, 4.
They're going to see this. Okay, so I've entered the number.
Right.
And again, I explained procedurally what's taking place.
Sure.
Checks my wallet has enough credit. It's now asking me how much I want to send. I'll be kind enough to send the same amount. So I'll be impartial. It's asking me to confirm, and then confirm transfer. So it's checking the number exists, which country it's in. It's checking I have enough money on my wallet.
Yeah.
I'm now accepting that transaction. It's now also checking which country and goes to our rate table and gives the requisite rate for that country for that hour. So my good friend here, if I quickly check, we saw the first one receive it, so we know it works. Let's go back. Yes, I've just got confirmation that the number which I've entered, can we put it on screen, has received this remittance. That sounds like he's just received it.
Right. Have you received any alert, Steve?
No, I don't receive any alert yet. But I think number is trying to come. The call is trying to come. I don't know that you want.
Yeah, that's the Nigerian thing. Another call is coming in. I hope you have enough battery life on the and you're in a good network area.
Exactly. That's the beauty about this. Having the ability to work on feature phones.
Right.
Again, that's a really important aspect, because with smartphones, the power may only last 8 hours. whereas with a feature phone it can last multiple days.
Right.
And for those again in the rural areas where power may be a scarcity or an issue, again they can have the same financial services on their phone working perfectly well on a normal feature phone, which is really, really important. So we're empowering everyone to have the same benefits. Not sure if the chap's received it. I'm assuming I entered the right number, which you gave me according to this. 199.
Yep.
So I've entered the right number.
Yes.
And I've received confirmation my end that you've received it.
Yeah.
So like with the lady, exact same as before. So it might be an issue with his reception wherever he is.
Right.
Because we've got confirmation that he's got it, which you can see there.
Yeah.
If you can zoom in there, without revealing his number, this is the second one. I've sent £10 British to that number, and I've got confirmation straight away that it's been sent.
Well, you just keep on the lookout to make sure that you get your something. Today is Friday. But by the way, how is Abuja today? Is everything okay? Because we believe that people are preparing for the bank holiday next week and Salah celebration.
Yeah, the roads are quite busy, and it's like the traffic out of town is really heavy.
Right. Okay. Well, hopefully your credit should reach you before everybody leaves town, so that you'll be able to go to the market and buy what you need to buy. So thank you very much for joining us.
Appreciate it, Stephen.
Thank you, Steve. All right.
So the opportunity in Nigeria, opportunity anywhere in the Caribbean, opportunity throughout Africa, opportunity in Asia is manifold. So first and foremost, as I mentioned before, it's really important that people can have access to this service regardless of where they are geographically. And it removes the need for people to queue up in long queues to be able to send money. Obviously, they can receive a call from family members wherever they are in the world. This technology works in any country. However, there are a number of business opportunities. You alluded to what are the employment opportunities.
Well, I think I will come back to that. Okay. Let me try and go on a short break. And we're talking about telecom, we're talking about economy, and we're talking about jobs creation, which is the other thing that Mr. Jonathan James wanted to talk about. But stay with us. We'll go on a short break. And then when we come back, we'll definitely continue to talk about this new technology. So stay with us.
Volunteers, sponsors, and donors are warmly welcome. The Cannock Disability Fund Day 2016. Remember the date, Saturday, July 2nd, 2016, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Cannock Disability Fund Day. Help someone. The Central Association of Nigerians in the UK, Cannock, is at it again as it presents its Disability Fund Day on Saturday, July 2nd, 2016 from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Venue is the Laubenham Court, 1 Barstow Crescent, Palace Road, London, SW2 3NS. This free event will feature empowerment, workshop, parent networking, talent showcase, live DJ, and of course, dance and so much more. For details, do contact Dr. Ife Akintunde on +44 781 773 4663 or Mr. Godwin Forson on +44 774 540 8927. Oh yes, the Cannock Disability Fund Day is a free event, free food, free drinks. Disabled people, volunteers, sponsors, and donors are warmly welcome. The Cannock Disability Fund Day 2016. Remember the date, Saturday, July 2nd, 2016, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Cannock Disability Fund Day. Help someone.
Thank you for still staying with us. Now we're going to quickly go into the job opportunities within the industry. not just in the United Kingdom, but across Africa. I guess this will come to how is this product going to be distributed and how will it reach the people, the end users. Absolutely. But apart from that as well, is the benefit for people who the technology is already active in the United Kingdom, absolutely, who you happen to maybe send £5 or £10 to. Yeah.
Just to answer that last question first. We have over 30,000 registered customers, and that's growing every single day. We're now about to take the brand and product to market in a big way in any of the countries where we have relationships with banks and or where there's an opportunity to have the telecoms play. So that's the first thing. But in terms of opportunities, very succinctly, because I know we haven't got a lot of time, we believe in entrepreneurship, and I also believe in entrepreneurialism. I think it's vitally important that we empower people to be able to enrich their own lives. So one of the things we're looking to do is to, for want of a better term, partner with as many agents. These are independent agents, these are entrepreneurs, these are business people who may wish to leave employment if they want to, or they're unemployed today. We would give them an opportunity to represent Bibitel as an agent, be paid for every activation, every single top-up, every single month for
residual income.
So monthly income. Telecoms is a huge marketplace, it's a huge revenues. There's £6 billion of international calls going out from the UK alone each year. We want to give some of that back to everyday people and to those who want to empower themselves. So the first thing we're looking for is agents who really want to empower themselves with the technology that everyone is using. Everyone's making calls, everyone needs to call back home, and everyone at some point needs to send money. So we know there's a mature market here. So that's the first opportunity. The second opportunity, we will like to work with community-centric organisations. So large churches, small churches, community-centric community groups, business forums, anyone that's got a collective number of people they want to empower and help also. So again, we would do the same and pay that organisation for every activation, every top-up, etc. each month. There's a third opportunity which is for franchisees. So we're giving people who have the commercial gravitas or savvy to be able to land grab a particular territory. It could be a borough, it could be a mid-sized city, it could be Birmingham, Nottingham, wherever, and own that as the franchisee, the supermaster franchisee, and they will also be paid on everything that takes place in that geographical location. So they're the main opportunities for people in this country. The same applies in any country where we're going to be operating, and we can now today operate in 80 countries. Our roaming product can roam in 200 countries. So we're looking slowly to choose fastidiously the right partners, the right banks, the right agents, that can obviously empower themselves in the same way. So just like you have people standing on each corner selling the top-up cards, they can do the same here, but it's a free SIM skin. So we're giving the SIM skin away free. They only pay for the credit that they use.
That's correct.
And then the bank or the partner will choose what the charges are for the international remittances, but we're trying to keep that 0.5% or even free for the sender, and a small fee for the receiver. So that's a quick synopsis of opportunities. We want to give back to organisations that make a difference in people's lives, utilising this great technology.
Very good. Well, as I said, we've been talking to Mr. Jonathan James here in the United Kingdom, talking about telecom and the new technology behind it and the benefit for not just rural Africans, but anybody really who want to have a new way of sending money and making calls internationally. So that is the same, which is here, and the company is called Bibitel Group. Anyway, you can just Google it, Bibitel, Bibitel, and bingo, you'll be on the website. Now, on the last word before we go, how will you really like to capture, though you have already explained being in the market, but how easy can people pick the SIM card, especially those who are in the United Kingdom? They can just walk to any retail shop? Or?
Okay, good question. They can purchase it online, so they're happy to go on to if they're happy to go onto our website. They can call our office, and we have obviously distributed, as I said, over 30,000 SIM skins. We have a number of registered customers currently, through a number of agents, franchisees, and local shops. You'll see over the next few weeks and months the brand being out there, the product being available through various different outlets. As I said, there are community groups that we want to work with as well, so they will be also promoting the SIM skin product, so they will be able to access it. But currently it's online, and with select agents that we're currently working with today.
Great. Well, Once again, thank you very much, guys, for staying with us here on Ben Television, www.bentelevision channel 182 on the Sky platform and on Star Time in Nigeria. For those lucky winners in Nigeria, well, let us know how it's going, and if not, we will try and find a way for you to quickly collect before Salah celebration, or if not, then it will be day after. We thank you for staying with us. Have a wonderful weekend. As here in the UK, well, the politics goes on. Stay with us. Bye for now.
Volunteers, sponsors, and donors are warmly welcome. The Canuck Disability Fund Day 2016. Remember the date, Saturday, July 2nd, 2016, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. The Canuck Disability Fund Day.